Okay, I'm upset. But I'm having trouble putting words to why. Watching Road to El Dorado. Just, I had a feeling it wasn't a Disney movie. It's DreamWorks, turns out. Doesn't mean anything good or bad, just is. An observation. Along with the fact that the Road to El Dorado is not like I had thought for most of my life, I think. Since I was little, since I saw it when I was little. I'm pretty sure I always thought it was based on like the Aztec culture, like Aztecan culture, like the Aztec Empire, you know? But as I was watching, like I'm in the middle of it right now, or sort of getting closer to the end, I guess. And they just had the ball game, and I was like, wait a second. I know there are some similarities here and there between specifically the Aztec, Mayan, and Incan cultures, but I was like that game at the end, the big bad guy is like, so you gonna choose who of the losers is gonna be sacrificed in your honor? And I was just like, excuse me, that's not how it went. The losers aren't sacrificed, thank you very much. A winner, or like the winner, is chosen. It's an honor. It was an honor to be sacrificed. I don't know why I'm so hung up on this one specific thing. Maybe it's just because this is the thing that I was like, wait, no, that's wrong, and I know that for a fact. like I did not. No, like after the ball game, the winners. I can't remember if it was all the winners or if it was like one was chosen from the winning team. It was someone from the winning team who had the honor of being sacrificed. It wasn't the winning team who chose someone from the losing team to be sacrificed. That's the exact opposite. Not only, okay, so that got me thinking. I was like, this is Mayan culture. This isn't Aztec. This is Mayan. Why did I think it was Aztec for so long? So I was about to say, so I looked it up and I was like, actually, I had Hey Google look it up for me. Because I have been relying kind of heavily, actually, the past few days on a virtual assistant that I finally fucking set up for myself. Sell my soul to Google. It's fine. It's been very helpful, and I hate that so much. Anyway, had Google look it up for me, or Gemini, whatever. The Road to El Dorado is an amalgamation of Aztec and Mayan and Incan like cultural like aspects and visuals and aesthetics and architecture and like language. And, oh, why is this so upsetting for me? I think it's really because the thing that made the light bulb go off is it's specifically the exact opposite of the truth. Like if you're gonna draw from a culture you know apparently nothing about, like obviously nothing about, and not do your fucking research, like due diligence, you don't get to take from that. If you're not gonna honor it as well, like go fuck yourself. Ooh, I'm sorry. The fact that that's what tipped me off. Like, no, it's not the losers who get sacrificed. It's the winners. It's one of the winners who has the highest honor of being able to be a sacrifice. And I won't get into the whole sacrifice thing, like how they do it, but it was gruesome. But it was an honor. And it was specifically like men over, I think it was like over 50. And there were certain like qualifications. I can't remember what they were, but like you're telling me you're gonna pull all these fun little visuals, but not Or was it intentional? Did you guys purposefully, like, I want to do a whole fucking video essay. I'm big mad. Like, ooh. Did y'all do it on purpose? Because it sounded better to your Western fucking ears? Like, ooh, that's disgusting to me. How dare? Ugh. My beard is getting on my nerves. And I need to fix my fucking glasses before I lose what's left of my mind anyway. Where are you coming from? Oh, over here. Okay. I don't know why I'm so mad about this. Maybe because, like, not for nothing, this is also the movie that basically was the reason for me figuring out that I can figure out melodies on a keyboard. Like, somewhere out of the blue, Elton John. Because of this fucking movie. I was at my cousin's house when I think it was when I first saw it. And it was the VHS, so, like, at the end, of course, they have the little, like, music video thing with the, like, a few, I think it was, like, maybe 2 or 3 songs, that were, like, featured in the movie. The Swan Princess did this too, like, and lo and behold, years later, I'm like, oh, Dreams Come True, that band, like, the song was in English, but the band is Japanese, and the singer has just an ever so slight accent in her singing, and it's like, I probably wouldn't even notice it if I didn't know that it was there already, but just all these little things added up to me being, like, big mad about people mixing Mayan and Aztec and Incan cultures. And, okay, here's what it is. If y'all had been upfront about it, said in the very fucking beginning, just little caveat, by the way, thought we should mention, we drew from these cultures. We wanted to bring some of these cultures to you in a creative, like, collaborative way. I don't know, spin it however the fuck you want, but give a little fucking asterisk, like, hello. You can't just rewrite history with a movie and expect people not to notice and be fine. Because I'm not. Okay, I'm doing a deep dive. And it's going to get into some shit, actually. Not just cultural shit like this, but also LGBT plus stuff. Because I've been thinking about this more and more recently. When I first found out Elton John was gay, I was in middle school. I had to be, it was 5th grade at the latest. I want to say 11 years old at the oldest, right? I didn't know he was gay. And it had been, I'm 91, I'm a 90s baby. Like, everyone knew for a long time. So, like, it wasn't news. But it was to me, because my first and like, not thus far, but at that time, up until that point, you know, the most exposure I had had that I knew of, because I'm awful with names. So, like, even hearing something on the radio or something, I probably wouldn't have made the connection unless it was, like, because that's another thing. The radio doesn't always give who's, like, singing a song or, like, what band it is or whatever. Sometimes, I remember they used to do this a lot more than I think they do nowadays. But, like, on the radio, it would be, like, a bunch of songs in a row, and then they'd have, like, a little commercial break, and at the start or end of it, that's when they would be like, so you just heard this song by this band, this song by that singer, this song, this, whatever. But, like, you'd have to wait for it. So that's how they got you to, like, keep listening. It was probably after the ads, right before they came back. They were probably like, yeah, thanks for sticking around for the ads. So you just heard this, and this, and I'm going to get back into it. You know, like, here's some more tunes. Like, so unless I had been in a car for a long enough period of time to have heard something by Elton John and have it announced after ads later, like, I wasn't piecing things together. Like, I was under a rock for a long time. Still am, yeah, kind of. But like, I had no fucking clue, because for me, Elton John meant that guy who sang that song that I really loved from that movie that I ended up figuring out on my cousin's keyboard. Like, and then my bestie at the time and my stepmom, also at the time, now she's my ex-mom, whatever. Like they were having a conversation. I don't even remember if I was like super involved in the conversation, but I was in the hallway that it was happening in, and I just remember snapping to attention all of a sudden and being like, wait, what'd you just say? And one of them repeated themselves, and I was like, he's not gay. What? The look both of them gave me. Like, are you from another fucking planet? Like, would he... It's Elton John. Like, yeah, dude. Hello? And I was just like, no, he can't be. And I was like adamant about it, because at that time, the most exposure I had gotten was probably all overwhelmingly negative. So for me, that couldn't be true, because I really liked his music and I didn't want this bad thing to be true about him, you know? Because for me, again, back then, like, this would have been, if I was 11, then this is 2002. Like, not for nothing, the echoes of just the homophobia of even just the AIDS crisis. It's like, I was still feeling that. No one had to sit me down and say being gay is bad, but I felt it deeply, to the point where I argued with my stepmom and bestie, like, both of whom were just like, how do we both know this separate from each other? Like, we just know this and you don't. Like, and I was just like, but this can't be true. And I think that was that was a big moment for me. That shook my foundation, because that meant I had to hold two truths that felt conflicting and sit with that and hold them at the same time. The fact that Elton John is gay, and the fact that being gay is bad. But does that make him bad? Like, that's where I spiraled fucking hard because of that. Like, oh, it was like way back into the closet for me. And it's funny, because I feel like it should have been the opposite. I feel like it should have been like kind of liberating, but no, it was terrifying. And that's another thing I want to touch on. So I'm doing a fucking deep dive, Road to El Dorado, because that's another thing. Not only do I just have a feeling that Elton John's involvement was very intentional on his part, because I need to like do something with this. I hate this so much right now. It's just too much. Because of the friendship of like the two main characters. It's like, it was too familiar. Like an adult version, you know, but that dynamic, like, it was too familiar. And I was like, I don't know, fucking crashing out about it. Like, so like, that's how it impacted me as a kid. Like, imagine how it impacted adults, who then went on to impact their own kids, you know. Saying terms like bisexual, like it's got barbed wires and poison dripping from it. Like, it's a bad thing is what I'm getting at. So yeah, I'm upset. DreamWorks, we got a beef. Also, there was an archaeologist who like was part of the reason for the fucking combining elements of a bunch of different cultures without being transparent about it. that not only irks me, I feel like that's in bad faith. Like, you're portraying multiple groups of people in specific ways without context. That's disgusting and bullshit. Do better. Also, not for nothing, y'all could have done something even cooler with specifically the 3 main cultures that you drew from. You could have done 3 separate movies. You could have had your own little universe going. You could have had like oh, it was these characters at this point in time, but they were, I don't know, well, I guess that's kind of combining the cultures still in a way that's not true to reality. But like, you know what I mean? You could have run with it and made 3 separate movies, or even a series of movies, like 3 series of movies, like, and been historically accurate, just as visually stunning, and like have just an amazing score, like just as an amazing score, like for all of them. But you could have gotten even more particular and delved even more like into each culture, but done it. You could have done it in a way that was authentic and true and like educational, but without needing to be educational. You know, it could have just been true, because like you almost did it, except you fucking reversed the truth. How dare. Like, not only could you have done something a lot cooler with something that I already thought was pretty cool, but also, fuck you. Like, how dare you? Like, to make it so that you're vilifying an aspect of that culture that was not negative. It was not viewed as negative. Like I said, being sacrificed was the honor. That was the end goal of that ball game, which I can't remember the fucking name of. But that was the end goal of the game. To determine who was most worthy of being sacrificed. Because that was the highest honor. Like, so to twist it, not just twist it, but like fucking completely reverse it. Ooh. Like, I'm big mad. I gotta stop. I gotta pour this into research, because this is gonna be my first like actual video essay. Like, fuck this. Oh, I'm so mad. I did not almost accidentally take a shot and then have not sadness, but just a sort of melancholy over the fact that I didn't, like, I wasn't ever going to be able to safely have that experience. To safely have a toast. A Mayan toast. Thank you very fucking much. And it smelled like Sambuca. I wanted it so bad, but not because it was alcohol. So I'm sober from alcohol. And I didn't have that experience, so y'all can reverse the truth and the facts of an entire fucking culture. Like, no. No. Age of the Jaguars, bitch. Oh, that's funny. So we had like, in case it wasn't clear, I went to Chichen Itza, and it was an amazing, like, not just an amazing experience, but like, it wasn't just touristy. It was touristy, but it wasn't just touristy. It was also like our like the people who were like our tour guides, like, of Mayan descent, first of all. Second of all, had like a vested interest in sharing their culture Like, and you could feel it. That's the thing. Like, I could feel, like, the joy that they had sharing their culture with me. Like, I'm gonna cry. That connection was amazing. DreamWorks, fuck you. And that archaeologist, ooh, I'm gonna look up your name again. I have words for you. To be an archaeologist and to have played part in the combining of cultures to your own gain, like for your own gain, to your own end. I can't think of the right words for it, but like, I'm so mad. You fucked with it, and for why? Like, but also not for nothing. An archaeologist? That for me is sort of akin to a doctor, like taking the Hippocratic Oath and being like, also my favorite brand of cigarettes, you should go try it, is this. Like, what are you doing? Like, you took an oath. Like, I know archaeologists don't take an oath, but like, maybe we fucking should, because how dare you? Okay, I have to stop. Anyway, real quick, I just was giggling because I don't even remember what technically, like, what animal pattern this is supposed to be. I don't think it's jaguar, but it reminded me of it. I think it's leopard, I'm not sure. But it reminded me of it, and it made me giggle because I can't remember specifically what, I think it was like 91? Was that like the Mayan, like year of the, I don't want to say year of the jaguar, that sounds like zodiac. I can't remember how it's set up, but it's the age of the jaguar. And they so on the bus, like, they passed around along with those shots that everyone did a toast with. And it's still just that little hint of melancholy for me. Yeah, I'll never be able to have that, but at least I got to be there for it, you know. And the fact that it smelled like sambuca just made it all the more, like, it's my favorite, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. It was my favorite. So like, I didn't realize it was alcohol at first until I almost went and I smelled the overwhelming smell of almost sambuca-esque, like, scent, and I was just like, oh no, here. And like, I went with my friend's friend, and now we're friends too, but like, at the time we were still like getting to know each other. I was like, here, do you want this one too, because not for me. And so I just like poured it into hers. It was barely like a little medicine cup anyway, but it was funny to me. But one of the other things they passed around was these little charts, and I ended up taking a bunch of pictures, and one of the things was like, for me personally, jaguar. I don't remember why though. I don't remember what the link was. I think it was the year, like birth year, but I'm not sure if it was like a range of years. I can't remember. I'm gonna look into it. But anyway, I just giggled because I forgot I had put this on my ukulele. Just because, just good. This was like wrapped around this. My flatmate gave it to me, and I was like, I used to not like animal print, but I think that was sort of implanted. Because like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I did when it was Lisa Frank, because it was bright and neon rainbow and colorful as fuck, and like dolphins and like dogs and pandas, like, come on, like, dope as fuck. So I liked animal print when it was Lisa Frank, but not when it was regular. I mean, sure, but I don't think that was the truth. Because I put this on Calypso, and I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, it belongs there. I like it. Okay. I'm calm. It made me giggle because jaguar. And I will look up the significance of that later, because if I keep going down this rabbit hole, I'm gonna crash out all day long. Like, that will be my day, just crash out. Maybe I'll put this online. just as a preview, like just a little taste. Me getting big mad over the amalgamation of Mayan, Aztec, and Incan cultures. Inca culture, Incan. Mayan, because you can say Maya or like Mayan. You can say Aztec or Aztecan. Aztecan. You can say Inca. Incan. Why am I why am I struggling so much with this? Anyway, starting with Mayan culture because that seems to be what the Hotel Dorado drew on most. I think I kept thinking it was Aztec culture, like drawn from mostly from Aztec culture because of the way it was set up, like fucking what's his name, like Cortez and all that shit. Because I think that's where the Aztec influence comes in, because it was Cortez who went and fucking did his thing, colonization. Anyway. I'm mad. I'm gonna go write about it. Please hold.